please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome back to the NBA Bit. Listen, I feel great. All right. I feel great. I got a good night's sleep for the first time and whatever. That football game was an atrocious attempt at sports. I didn't have to watch that. I didn't watch a second of the Suns Clippers. All right. I didn't. I'm not prepared to talk about it. I don't even care. I don't care. I feel good. I slept great. Feel fresh, ready to go for today. Who do we got in the chat? Joker Rock. Down so bad with the Grizzlies. Down so bad with the Grizzlies. But good to have you here, Joker Rock. It's bagel time for the regular. Happy National Fountain Pen Day. All right. That's great, Snoopaloop. Stubbs in the chat. We got Daniel here. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. This is what we're doing today. I think we're gonna mix it up a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about the return of Jalen Green. We'll give him some flowers. It was made the Suns a little bit more fun. I know we got Coach Stark, we got Chickenfrog, we got who else is there? Wet Like I'm Book. I know we get a couple of Suns fans out there, so we'll give them a little flowers as they got a dub. And then what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go over tonight's schedule, but I haven't really touched underdog yet today. And what I thought we could do is I could just you just show you the process, show you how the donuts get made. All right. So maybe we do a little bit of that. Maddie said I had to watch Suns clip, then stay up another 30 minutes to claim the streak. There you go. Congrats. Yeah. Congrats on you. So rare streakers, which is a reminder, 5 p.m. today, live before lock. I've got a friend's 40th birthday today. So, and they're doing it on the earlier side because they're 40, which I respect. So we're 5 to 6:30 today. We're going to shut it down a few minutes before lock, but I should have all the news by that point. But yeah, that's what I figured we do today. Let's start and just look at last night's action. Let's see how JG did in his return. Let's go over to the scoreboard and see what that was. So Clippers now, yeah, listen, the Clippers rested everybody. Clippers did rest everybody, right? So no James E. Hard-on, no Kawhi in this game. In the Clippers now 3-5, have yet to win a road game. Suns sneaky 4-5 right here. A sneaky 4-5. The starters didn't even play like full minutes. It just like wasn't that close after the third quarter. The Suns came out in the third, punched them in the mouth, outscoring them by 17. And that was kind of all she wrote, right? Zubac had 23 and 11. He did his work. Bradley Beal, all the usage in the world was like, what if I went 2 for 14 though? What if I went 2 for 14, though? No revenge for Bradley Beal. Ugly stuff there from him. Chris Dunn also got the start. John Collins, he didn't do too much. It feels like the zombie Clippers right now. On the Suns, though, let's give Jalen Green 29 points in 23 minutes. Welcome to your new home, Jalen Green. 50% from the field, over just under 50% from three. A couple of dimes, couple of boards, couple of steals. Booker gave him 24, 7, and 6. Mark Williams, the double-double machine run continues, 13 and 10 in his 28 minutes. Royce gave him 17. Guys, the Suns might be fun. Maybe Ishbia was right. I think I'm in on the Suns. I think they might become a league pass team. Devin, especially with the return of Jalen Green. Mark Williams looks bigger in a Suns uniform. Tarps are very slimming. Dude, you know what? It's funny. So I think he looks taller, but thinner. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't look, he looks spry. God, I'm just such a Mark Williams believer. I can't help it. I just can't help it. All right. I'll have to the day I die, we will ride high for Mark Williams. Ryan Dunn to the bench role with Jalen Green returning, but still played 25 minutes. And then and Gillespie still got 25 minutes too. So it looks like the biggest user is Oso Iguodala with the return of Jalen Green. So the small ball 5 stuff went away. 29 points in 23 minutes though is crazy business. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. Like I don't think this Suns team's going to do anything real, but that's fun. It's fun. Oh, Garen in the house. Happy National Notary Day to Borland. Let's go. Good to see Garen in there. But yeah, man, is Phoenix fun? Is Phoenix fun? Boston base. Let's go. Good to see you. Let's go just like quickly glance at the standings here just to look at the west side. You got Suns now. Look at that. This is just a wild business here. Lakers 7-2, Rockets 5-2, whatever. Golden State, look at the plan. Golden State 5-4. To the Warriors' credit, they've had a crazy ass schedule to start the season. Brutal back-to-backs, brutal travel. But look at this. Start with the wins against the Lakers and Nuggets. Then they drop one of the Blazers, wins against the Grizzlies and Clippers, lost to the Bucks and the Pacers. Then they got a win against the Suns, lost to the Kings. Now tonight, as we start to pivot here towards the cup, no Steph tonight, who was instead of chucking threes, was chucking chunks at halftime last game. Apparently, no Steph in this game, so it's gonna be a lot of Jimmy Butler action tonight. But man, you look at the Clippers down here, 3-5, Mavs down to 2-6. Whew, tough stuff. Happy National Kalelware Day. You're right. Are the Suns better than the Wolves? No, I don't think so. And Mattress Max with a Mac, with a good point, said Suns. Jalen Green has never had so much spacing due to never sharing the floor with the player who brings as much gravity as Booker. Yeah, I mean, closest thing would be Freddie Van, right? And that's a different stratosphere there. Let's look at tonight's stuff. And actually, let's change the settings here because I think I'm going to approach tonight's slate again, looking at it kind of like in an underdog fashion, if you will. And we'll kind of talk through the games. We'll talk through the games and then go from there. So let me switch the settings. Where are you, girl? Bang. All right. So let's go over to the odds for tonight because there's a couple of big Q tags. Also, like a lot of fun games tonight. We're going to be looking at ESPN Bet, even though it's ESPN dead. ESPN dead. Let's look at this. We've got the Celtics and the Magic. So I kind of was surprised by this here. I don't know if you guys can see that well, but the Celtics here, 3.5 point dogs. You know what? Give me the Celtics money line. How about that? Is that a take? I just do not trust anything that's going on in Orlando right now. So just give me the money line. Also, evergreen take here. At some point, we'll see a Derek White and Peyton Pritchard ceiling, right? Is it tonight? I don't know. I do think one thing that's a fun approach to this game is that I think everybody just assumes, oh, dude, Orlando's tough, though. Orlando plays tough defense, bro. They don't. They haven't played good defense at all this year. That doesn't mean we should be attacking it, but I would take Celtics money line and over, not financial advice, of course. Wizards and the Cavs, 13.5 point spread for the Cavaliers. Let's see, is Garland is playing tonight? Okay, Allen is playing tonight too, so no Q tags over there. For the Wizards here, no real Q tags either. Chris Middleton should be back. I know he missed the most recent game. Bilal Coulibaly actually is the only one that's been ruled out. So the one thing I want to note there is that we saw most of Keyshawn George's ceilings come from this is a cup game. Yeah, it is. Keyshawn George's ceilings have come before Bilal Coulibaly made his return. So something to note. I'm not saying go attack the Wizards. It's a brutal matchup, but it is kind of fun. Oh, TST in the house. That's good. So Regulator said not looking good for Melo. What's the reporting you saw on that, Regulator? Because I actually was kind of surprised. I was going to lean in a little bit, but Hawks against the Raptors. I think this is going to be a fun one. We have a 236.5 total there. Hawks are 2.5-point favorites. If we look at the Raptors, I believe they are relatively healthy. Jakob Poeltl is back, but on a minute restriction. The Hawks, on the other hand, they're just without Trae Young. That's like the main one. So everybody else should be good to go. Keaton Wallace, I think, is back after missing a game. So that's fun for them. This will be a fun game to attack. Detroit, Jalen Duren coming off that monster game. They're without Marcus Sasser, Jaden Ivey, Tobias Harris already ruled out. Karis LeVert, too, is got a Q tag, so that kind of thins them out a little bit, huh? Brooklyn, no Cam Thomas. He's already been ruled out. And then Terrence Mann with a P tag, so he should be good to go. Although, pretty surprising that we don't have what's his name? Oh my God, I'm blanking. I forget what I was gonna say. I forget. It's over. Who cares? It's over. 10.5-point faves there for the Pistons. I missed the Cam Thomas injury. I just know he only played 5 minutes. All right, just a gut feeling. Okay, silent tanking. All right, the gut. I'm gonna need a little bit more than the gut feeling, but I appreciate the take. Houston Rockets and the Spurs, 3.5-point favorites for the Rockets. Rockets coming off that win the other night with Amin Thompson finally reaching some ceiling here. We've got, what do we have here for the Rockets? We got Steven Adams with a Q tag. Obviously, DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Freddie Van are out. Everybody else good to go for the Spurs. Does Wemby finally bounce back? Jeremy Sohan, who just came back, is got a Q tag. I wonder if they're just like slowing him down a little bit. He played 22 minutes in that game. In his return, I feel like he probably goes. He's got a Q tag, and then Kelly Olynyk also just made his return. He's got a Q tag. No Fox, no Harper, no Luke Cornett. And this one, that's a fun game. We've got the Hornets and the Heat. So let's dig into this. So Hornets right now are favored by, they open at 6. The Heat were favored by 6.5. That's what it opened at. It's at 4.5 right now. So the Heat are without Bam, they're without Hero, and without Terry Rozier, which means Khalil Ware, the highest projecting Miami Heat. That is scary as hell. Excuse me. Hornets here. LaMelo has got a Q tag. And, man, I don't know what to make of it. All right, so you have Brandon Miller, obviously out, Grant Williams, Josh Green. So the last report 16 hours ago, this is according to Underdog, questionable for Friday's game against the Heat. Ball's trying to get back in the lineup after missing 2 games with an ankle impingement. Excuse me. If the superstar guard is unable to make his way back onto the floor, Trey Mann and Sion James. And then Colin Sexton, who's likely to play, would also orchestrate. I missed the Colin Sexton probable. Oh, he's probable. Okay. All right. That's a pretty big Q tag because Miles Bridges becomes huge. He becomes huge. Yeah. Knipple off a pretty solid game the other night. Cock this way. Yeah. Cockbrenner's been awesome. Sion. Thank you, Sion. Yeah. Cockbrenner's been awesome. So I don't know, man. If you think LaMelo's out, Miles Bridges is a smash tonight. Grizzlies and the Mavericks. Mavericks are so bad, the Grizzlies are favored tonight. So one thing to note about Underdog here with Dallas. So Anthony Davis has a doubtful tag. Now, normally, the rules used to be if they have a questionable tag or a probable tag and you draft them and then they get ruled out, you get a swap. But if they have a doubtful tag, you don't get a swap. This was a new rule. Now you can draft doubtful tags. And it's a weird wrinkle because AD is doubtful. They basically already said he's not going to play, but you can still draft him on an Underdog, which seems like you shouldn't do that. But it gives you like a free swap in the 6th round, which is like kind of nice. You know, like if we get some weird injury news and then all of a sudden some swaps are good. I don't know. Something to think about. Bulls and Bucks, this might be the game that I'm the most excited about. I think that's going to be a fun one. For the Bucks here, we've got them coming off getting blown out against the Raptors the other night. No Kevin Porter Jr. He's going to miss another month. Torian Prince is questionable for the Chicago Bulls. I think we're still without Zach Collins and Kobe White. Ayo Dosunmu is a Q tag. I mean, Josh Giddey to the moon tonight. Josh Giddey should go nuts. Then we've got the Jazz and the Timberwolves. Jazz here have everybody good to go except for Walker Kessler, who's missing the rest of the season. Brutal stuff for him. And then for the Timberwolves, Ant-Man's questionable. He just came back. So is Terrence Shannon Jr. I think Ant-Man's going to play, but I got to tell you, so he played 28 minutes in that first game. Looked like super rusty. I don't know that. I don't know. That Q tag's pretty high. I mean, his ADP is pretty high. We'll look at it in a second. Regularly said he's worried that Melo's issues are chronic. He had a healthy offseason, and having the same injury from the end of last season is concerning. That is concerning. I agree with you. Then we get the Warriors and the Nuggets. You can see this big spread here of 10.5. That's because there's no Chef Curry in this one. Jimmy Butler should be back, though. He's kind of free in the last round. So no Steph Curry, no D'Anthony Melton. Draymond Green is probable. Jimmy Butler's questionable. That's a better Q tag to me to draft than Anthony Davis. Like, just give me Jimmy Butler. Because if Jimmy goes with no Steph, it's just a home run play against Denver. And if he doesn't go, it's a free swap. For the Nuggets here, I mean, obviously, Jokic smash here. I like Jamal Murray tonight quite a bit, too, Evergreen. But they are relatively healthy. Zeke Naji is the only injury tag they have, which is probable, but you probably don't care. And then OKC and Light the Beam, fresh off Russell Westbrook revenge night. It's at Sacramento. Thunder should be relatively good to go. The one thing I will say, I like this game a lot more if you think Lou Dort doesn't play, who has a questionable tag. He missed the last game. So he was Q tagged 2 games ago. Then he played. Then they had the back-to-back and he didn't play. My lean is that he plays. No J-Dub, no Aaron Wiggins in this one. I didn't realize he was ruled out already. What was he battling with? Left adductor strain. Okay. So no J-Dub and no Aaron Wiggins and no Kenrich Williams. I don't know. Interesting. Chet Holmgren going in the last round, too, I really like a lot as well. But for the Kings here, we have Keegan Murray, obviously, he's out. And then you have Q tags on Sabonis, but Levine has already been ruled in. Levine already ruled in. All right, what did I miss in the chat here? Can I squeeze in a live before lock question? I'm not going to look at any projections, but you can put the question in there if you want, because we're going to slide over to Underdog right now. And then we're gonna jump over to ranks. So let's build some ranks here. Let's build some ranks. How does this look for you guys as I pull this over? Okay, so again, I did like a quick run here. My take this morning, is that I think, like, so right now you've got Jokic 1, Wemby 2, Giannis 3. I'm gonna keep Jokic 1, but I have a feeling when the projections come out from our lords that establish the run, they're going to have Giannis ahead of Wemby. So I'm going to put Giannis 2 and Wemby 3 here to try to get ahead of that. How cooked is Beal? Yeah, so cooked, Stan. So cooked. Who's in worse shape? Right? It sounds like Melo is for sure. I mean, Embiid's at least playing regularly right now. Walker and Trey Murphy or Bridges and Ben Shepherd. And do you trust? I don't. The Russ thing is not as sexy as it was this week without Levine and Sabonis in that game. Like, that's part of the reason. I mean, he's played well enough that he's going to be out there, but I wonder if his ceiling's a little bit lower. I think you can still play him. Again, like I was just saying, I like the game a lot more if Dort doesn't play. I think I would go Bridges and Ben Shep. Wait, which Walker is that? Why can't I think of what Walker that is? Walker and Trey Murray. I don't know what Walker that is off the top of my head. Is that Jabari? No. What Walker is that? Yeah, tell me what Walker that is. It feels like it's the second one, though, because I really like, and assuming that's Jarris Walker. I don't know. I guess the projections are going to tell you it's Walker and Trey Murphy, but if we don't think LaMelo's playing, I'd rather play Miles Bridges. All right, anyways, there we go. So I'll happily put SGA 4 again. And then I actually think I kind of like Giddey more than Cade, but I don't think it's necessary to do that right now. So we'll just do that. I'm a little bit nervous here. So Mobley and Mitchell project so good, but it just feels like it's a blowout in this game, right? But I think to just respect the ADP gods, I think we might for now just double click them, but then I'm jumping to Jalen Johnson next. I am going to go Jalen Johnson. I'm tempted to put Paolo ahead of Şengün as well, but I'm not going to. We'll go there. I do kind of want to put Scotty ahead of Şengün. I just love this matchup for Toronto and Atlanta. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But I think we just go Paolo, Scotty, JB. There we go. What's nuts right now is Jalen Duren's ADP. Jalen Duren right now is going way higher than everybody else. Like, I mean, dude, he's right behind. He's in between Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. I actually think the next best click right here is Amin Thompson. I do think, I mean, look, so Dern's on a decent run. He's shown 54 a couple of times, but he's sandwiching between 33s. Like that feels like some recency bias right there. I think I'd rather take Amon Thompson next. I do really like this matchup. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with this. I think Ant's pretty high. Ant's pretty high up. I don't know. This range is pretty hard here. KD, like who's guarding KD tonight, you think? Mikey looks great in the was that the gambling one? Was that the gambling one? I missed it. I didn't watch the video of it. I didn't watch the video of it yet. But all right, what else do we have? This is a kind of a tough slate for as many games as we have. There's some real drop off. Honestly, I think we just go like this for now. We go Ant, Randall, Duran, KD, LaMelo, I don't want to put Sabonis there, but I do think Sabonis is playing, so we're gonna put him there. I think the Kings respect the cup. All right, now we got Vucci against the Bucks. We got Alex Sarr against the Bigs. Sarr's been playing really well. He's not going to project great. So I think we can get him a little bit later. Then what the hell do we do with Kel'el Ware against Charlotte? I mean, this should be a home run, right? Is Spo going to play him his normal minutes? I think Russ is a little like overvalued here. Honestly, what I think I'm going to do here. So we're at 20, right? All right. We'll put is McDaniels going to get Lowry? I think we honestly go Vooch here. I think we go Kel'el, MPJ, and then what I want to do is go Bridges. We'll get Bridges next. So this is we're drafting these guys ahead of ADP, but I don't love this range. I mean, Ja has not shown a ceiling or that he cares about basketball right now, so I'm kind of off of the Ja stuff. And then I mean, whatever. We can throw him here, take Alex Sarr, Lowry, Jared Allen, fine to fill it in, and that puts us at 28. But like, look at these guys down here, dude. That just aren't getting drafted. Like, okay, Dyson Daniels, welcome to the party. Derek White, welcome to the party. Wait, did I click Jaylen Brown or did I skip him when I was going? Where do I have him? No, I got him right after Paulo, right? I mean, right after Scotty. Okay, so we're now at 30. Now we're in the 6th round. These guys have ADP at 35, but give me Dyson Daniels over I mean, I guess maybe we should put Russ and Jamal and Chet in there, but I'm fine having Dyson and Derek White over these guys. And then I mentioned Jimmy Butler with the Q tag. Like, he's going to be in there because Jimmy's probably a smash if he goes, especially since like Dyson and all of those guys aren't even getting drafted. That's just like a free 6th round click. You see Jaren Jackson Jr. is not getting drafted. I don't really love this matchup. DeMar DeRozan, I guess, is not as fun. Kristaps Porzingis, I think we should add him to the list. Peyton Pritchard, always to the list. If you don't think, what about Jaime Jaquez, man? What did Jaime do that last? Dude, he played just 26 minutes. Interesting. I think he should be added to the list, though. But let's keep looking at some of these guys who just aren't getting drafted at all. Cockbrenner was mentioned, right? I think big old Cocky Brenner. I think that's like a good shout. I mean, AJ Mitchell's interesting because no Aaron Wiggins and if Dort is out. So he played 31 minutes that last game. That's pretty good. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he hasn't really shown the ceiling. You got Miles Turner out here. He's not getting drafted. Anybody else? Devin Vassell, Daniel Gafford. I mean, how about Emmanuel Quickley? I bet he projects well. We'll add him to the list. I'm not going to do it, but I don't know. That might be it. Anthony Simon. I think now we're into the range where I'm not really interested anymore. Did we get George? Did we get Keyshawn in there? Yo, Keyshawn. Yeah, let's add Keyshawn to the list. All right, let's save that. All right, let me catch up on the chat. Sorry, we were scrolling. Anthony Davis pouts. I don't know. Where against Cock this way? Cock blocks incoming, but where could get some threes? Yeah, I think he could get some points, some blocks too. You know, with score different counting for the cup. Do Stars keep playing and blowouts longer? So I brought that up. I brought that up to Magi Carp. Shout out Magi Carp, who is like my underdog guru. Last cup game, and he made up that might not come up until like the last round of like the group stage. That like they don't take it that seriously early on, and then they like hammer it late. But I don't know. Be cool if player had the initials ADP. That would be cool. Is Trey Mann any good? I mean, listen, man, I am a Trey Mann believer, but he's had a really rough start to the year. And the biggest problem here with Mann is like the minutes are like 24, 22, 22, 26. Like this is, and then his best game has been 18 points, right? The problem is with like Sexton too. Sexton's back, Knipple, James, like they've got a lot of guys that they can play now. So that's kind of been slowing stuff down a little bit. All right, I'm going to jump into fast break here. I ran 10 drafts last night just to feel something. We ran 10 drafts last night. We got the 5 hole here, which honestly feels like the worst of them all. But yeah, big night. Trey Mann's finally getting into his groove. Regulator said, yeah. I mean, I don't know what his L10 is over on So Rare. Like maybe on So Rare you could get involved with him. I think underdog, it's probably a little too thin, unless we got news that Sexton wasn't going to play. And then all of a sudden he's locked into 35 minutes because we saw what he did last year, right? I just don't know. I don't know if we're getting that. I don't know if we're getting that right now. But what else we got? I like desserts in a jar. Okay, dude. All right. What's going on, Boston Base? What are you doing today, huh? Whew, I'm excited. Again, I feel like fresh today. I feel fresh. I'm excited to get to the gym after this. I'm ready for a day. I'm ready for a good Friday. A good Friday. Yeah, so I mentioned that earlier that he's probable. So that I that's why I don't really expect Trey Mann to be a good play here. But I don't know. Do you guys see Bob Ryan replying to some like lady posts on Twitter? Bob Ryan, formerly of the Boston Globe, maybe still of the Boston Globe. I don't know. Just incredible stuff. Just incredible stuff from him. All right, here we go. So this one, Jokic, Wemby, Giannis. That's just following ADP. I imagine we get some Cade Cunningham. Again, though, you could talk me into Josh Giddey over Cade. Cade's been nuts. 19 points in back-to-back consecutive. You know what? Screw it, guys. I know I put Cade ahead of him. We're going to take Giddey in this draft, right? Let's just take Giddey. Let's take Giddey 5. Giddey, I just love this game for Milwaukee and Chicago. I think it stays close and competitive, and I want as much Giddey as possible. So we start with Josh Giddey. Evan Mobley's next, I guess. Kind of want to take Jalen Johnson. Kind of just want to vibe and take Jalen Johnson. Jared Allen's back. Like, does this limit his ceiling a little bit? Jalen Johnson, oh, man, I don't know. We're going to do it. We're going to do it because he should have no problem beating them up, but I don't love it. I don't love the Giddey Mobley start, but that's what we'll do. 3DK letting us know rewards are out. That's cool. So no, cup games are Friday. I don't know. I feel like you asked if the cup was tonight, and I said yes, and then you still are thinking it's Thursday. I don't know what's going on over there, Boston Base, but the cup games are actually only on Friday. Only on Friday this year. So the change the league made was they started the cup group games earlier this year than in previous seasons. They started them earlier than in previous seasons, and what that did was they got rid of the Tuesday cup game, so it's just on Friday. No, I answered. Yeah, we'll go over there after. Yeah, we play Orlando twice this week, and we play them tonight for a cup game, and then we play them on Sunday again, but that's not a cup game. Actually, we might do 2 drafts, and then we'll pop over to So Rare and we'll craft some stuff. Speaking of the cup, though, as I mentioned yesterday, officially booked and blessed. So flights are booked. Hotel is booked as well. That was already booked. And then my dad and my bro are coming out, which I'm very excited about. And since we're out there from Saturday to Wednesday, and the cup games are only on Saturday and Tuesday, right? The semifinals, 2 games on Saturday, and then the finals on Tuesday. So Sunday, we'll hang out, watch some football. I know Borland's going to be out there. Patty Coyne's going to be out there. And then on Monday, I got a tea time at some MGM-related course. That's a little further away than I would like it to be, but going to get some golfing on Monday. And honestly, I thought it was going to be a little bit more expensive, and I'm excited about it. So going to be a fun little, I'm getting pumped for it. Now, will I be allowed to fly, or will the government still be shut down? That's something we got to think about. All right, here we go. We're on the clock. We're gonna happily take Amin Thompson here. Oh, Ant-Man dropping a 17 is kind of fun though, but we'll let somebody else take him. We'll take Ant-Man here. And I mean Amin here, and then I'll take Ant-Man or Sabonis with this next one. We will, assuming it doesn't take both of them. Yeah, they are. I mean, I think they like LaGuardia shut down for a little bit yesterday. I do only wear cups on Fridays. Yeah, we do cup checks. All right, so I think we're gonna, because I don't really want KD and Amin. I don't think so. Let's just take Sabonis. Let's get Sabonis here. We'll take Q-Tag Sabonis. Sabonis usually plays. I was surprised he missed the last game. So that's fine. That's fine there. But yeah, getting pretty excited for Vegas. If you guys are going to be out there, or if you want to come out there, make it take a chance, make it happen. Foxwoods, anybody remember that commercial? Private sector pressure. There you go. There's some alpha right there. There's some alpha right there. Too political this week. You know, we started with the mayoral race earlier in the week. Too political. But yeah, excited for Vegas, though. I am excited to play some golf. Excited for some hoops. Excited for the cup. Excited to respect the cup. Just applied for some media credentials while we're out there. Just vibe, baby. Let's just vibe. Actually, you know what? Maybe we will pop the So Rare after this, and then we'll do one more draft, and then we'll call it. Weird to only have one basketball game. I think if Kalel Ware drops, that's kind of fun. I really would like Miles Bridges here if we're going to play it like LaMelo's out. The only thing is if LaMelo, I guess like Bridges is fine there too. I think that's fine too. Jimmy Butler feels like the move, though, right? If Jimmy plays, shouldn't he just smash tonight? Oh, Power Duster. You got scammed in the Discord overnight because BB abandoned his mod duties. Wow. I don't know. I thought I disabled the invites and then it was turned back on. So I don't know if there was a timer on it and I missed it, but I disabled the invites again. So I don't know what's going on. There's been a lot of, thank you for the super chat, BT Dubs. A lot of scams going on. That dude Dime Dropper who covers the Clippers, he got scammed. I clicked the link. I mean, I didn't click anything after the link, but I for sure clicked the link. So I'm looking forward to getting scammed. Jalen Green is a So Rare star reward this week. Oh no. Is his cap crazy low? He's also still on a minute restriction. Why are they so bad at this, man? They're so bad at it. I hope he takes Vooch. I hope he took Westbrook at 28. I don't really want Vooch here. I'm going to take the upside of Ware. I mean, Ware. Let's just take Ware. Who cares? And then we'll take Bridges with this last pick if he's there. Yeah, so he took Jamal Murray. Let's just take Bridges. And I mean, Bridges in his 6th round is going to be a smash if we don't think he plays. All right, we're going to go over to So Rare here. We'll look at the rewards, see how we did, and then we'll craft some stuff. Wait, I don't know if he's locked on. Dime Dropper? I think his name's Dime Dropper. I don't know if he's locked on or not, but claim your glory. It's time to claim your glory. It's time to claim your glory. All right, here we go. Limited contender. We are streaking. We're streaking. We got $25 for a boosted streak. Yeah, boosted streak. Let's tap to reveal. We got 480th. That's not that great. 504th, not that great. And then, yeah, we did, honestly, not a great game week. Not a great game week from your boy. We'll craft here in a second, though. We'll do like an initial build for my team here, and I'll show you what top tier projections were telling me to do. So Jokic with a couple of games like really projects well here. How many weeks of the boosted rewards do we have left, by the way? This was the this was the second one, right? So do we only have it? Is it through the whole cup? I forget how long it is. Somebody in the chat will tell me. All right, so we'll start with Jokic here. Jokic projects really well, obviously. And then next up here. Wait, why this is from last night's game, right? Why are they already ruled out? That's weird. Oh, well, it still has them projecting. Forget it. Okay, so we got Jokic right there. They really want Khalil Ware. For those that forgot, we won him when we didn't win Wemby. So jokes on jokes on you. They really like Derek White again. They really like Amin Thompson. And then I forget what the last one. It was another middle of the road. Oh, Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson was the other one. So that's a temporary build right here. Jokic, White, Ware, Thompson, Jalen Johnson. Pretty steady as she goes, right? Not really a lot of massive, not like finding the cheapest guy you can and building it up with like 2 MVPs. But that's fun. That's fun. That's a smasher. Game week 12. That's when it ends. What game week are we on right now? Is this 5? So can I still win like millions of dollars? Oh, there we go, Boston base. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I think he's Armenian. Yeah, we follow. Yeah, he was like locked out of his account for a couple weeks, I guess. But it was a pretty believable one. He said that he was like, "Hey, can you vote for me?" There's this like Spotify Google event that's going on, which that should have been the red flag. Like, why do they have them both? And it was like, yeah, vote for me. But it didn't look like you didn't give them any information or anything. So maybe because I didn't vote for him. Sucker. But I did click the link because I wanted to see what the hell this award thing was. And I was like, why am I not being voted for it? All right, here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Bono. Standard. Standard. All right. Tell me in the chat. Give me first to 3 numbers here. First to 3 numbers. 1 through 10. Hit me with it. What are we doing? Yeah, it was on Twitter. It was on Twitter. It was just a DM. He like sent me a DM, and we follow each other. So I was like, I don't know. All right, Boston base gets us out the gate with a 4. We got 2 for 4, 1 for 10, 1 for 1, 1 for 1. We got 3. No, Boston base, you can't vote twice. This isn't an American election. Let's see. Yeah, Power Duster. We'll see if I get screwed here. We'll see if I get screwed. If all of a sudden I get hacked again. Snoopaloop, you dick. 13. Go Bulls. 7. All right. So 4 is the only one with 2 votes so far. Everybody else with 1. It's the first of 3. Can you guys vote, dude? Rock the vote. Get out the vote. Oh, this is taking too long. This is taking too long. You vote for the election in New York and you live in Florida. There you go. That's some Cuomo shit if I've ever heard it, Danny. Unless you're absentee. Were you absentee? How many people provided voter ID? Not me. I didn't. You didn't have to provide it. I had to prove, or I had to tell them where I lived. All right, we got 4. We've got 4. Why didn't you guys just vote? You don't need to be dicks. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Click to confirm. Oh, Paul Reed in the mud, baby. Okay, so we could have gotten Zachary Risachet or Cedric Coward would have been a dub. That would have been a dub. Claim. Let's claim it. B-ball Paul in the mud. All right, let's do one more draft. And then we'll wrap up. We'll wrap up here. You're voting mail-in. There you go. There's still time. Pate, are you ready for tonight's slate, man? Are you ready for tonight's slate? I got to keep the streak alive here. I've got back-to-back. I looked at the back-to-back top 10s, I think, right? Tied for 6th and a 3rd. And then we had one. I think we came in. Was it 5th on Friday? And then we kind of had a bad Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I think. And then it was back-to-back top 10s. But we need to keep the streak alive. This is a tough slate, though. This is a tough slate. I don't feel super. I feel confident in the 6th round, but that end of the like 4th and 5th round are that's just really. I don't love it. I don't love where we're at here. Also, it's taking too long to fill. Come on, it's hoop season, baby. I also have not done any of my NFL drafts. I need to get on it. We're gonna be at the computer a lot today. If I were mayor, I would make sure I had in-unit laundry. That would be me. That would be my one rule. Everybody gets in-unit laundry. That's what I did yesterday instead of going to the gym because it hurts. It's not good for my lower back. All right, where are we drafting? What number is this? 4? Oh, it's boring too. That's boring too. Although SGA, I mean SGA is fine. There's just this reminds me of the slate on on Wednesday where it's just like a clear 1 through 3, right? A clear 1 through 3 that we're excited about. I need to do some football drafts. Yeah, we're gonna be drafting today. We're gonna be drafting because then we got to get them done before live before lock too. Yeah, listen. Or what if we have to buy? We have to buy the laundry. What if I have to buy the laundry, the machines from them at a premium? The government. No, fuck the government. Let the city of New York buy them all out, put them into retirement at a nice price, or somebody else should just have to do my laundry. How about that? I also don't mind doing laundry. I just don't want to carry the shit. And it's not even that far. It's just it's at the end of our block. I actually was listening to there was a couple that was looking to move into Astoria. I was watching them I was walking near them and I was listening to them talk and they were like, "Man, this is crazy." Hold on, we're on the clock here. SGA at 4. They were like, "This neighborhood's awesome." And they're at this intersection and they're like, "There's a bar. One corner is a bar, pizza shop, bodega / laundromat, wine shop. We got everything." It's it sounded like almost like an SNL parody type commercial. It's crazy. No, I'm not going to be a hater. I mean, listen, if you want to go to Florida and Arizona because it's warm, you're just a warm-blooded person, I get it. I get it. Go live your life. All right, we're going to take Jalen Johnson way ahead of ADP. That's fine. Probably could try to let him fall to the 3rd round, but I guess it's not way ahead of ADP. I think we're getting a Jalen Johnson 55-point game today. That's the take. That's the early morning take. 55 plus from our guy Double J. I do love living in New York, though. I do enjoy it here. I don't think I could still live in Manhattan, though. I'm very happy in Queens. Although I do feel nostalgia for when living in when I was in the east side of Midtown for a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely not happening. Do you know how annoying it is to move? Nobody's moving. Nobody's moving is the worst. That's why I still don't have in-unit laundry. Is because I don't want to move. But I hope they do. I mean, I'm not going to be mad if a couple 100,000 people dip. We get so many people here, man. We'll be fine. And then maybe more people will come back because it'll be cheaper. All right, back on the clock. 3rd round. Amen Thompson. Why don't we just click that shit again? Welcome back to the team, Amen. For the 19th straight slate, I will be overweight on Amen Thompson. Yeah, helping other people move is way worse. That is true. That is the nut low. But you know what? Helping people move, the one thing that's okay about it is I'm usually not helping them unpack. I would almost argue the unpacking of the stuff in the new place is the worst part. You were in Chicago. Yeah, dude, I love Chicago too. I mean, Chicago's going through it right now, though. I love Chicago's got great food. But yeah, the food options in New York City is incredible. We always joke about the Greek stuff here in Astoria, but it's awesome. We have 2 of the best Greek restaurants in the state within walking distance. We have ramen. We have a ramen place that's incredible. We have awesome sushi and Asian cuisine. We have a little bit of everything over here. Oh man, this is making me nervous. We're gonna be pretty overweight on Saboner today, but that's okay. Hopefully he plays. But yeah, the food stuff is just so good. The only thing I've said this before, the only thing people can't get right, and I don't know if it's a New York thing or if it's an everywhere thing, are sports bars. It's so tilting to me that people can't figure out sports bars. Hire me to come in as TV curator consultant or whatever. I'll get the schedule for you. I'll figure it out. It's my biggest pet peeve. Do not market yourself as a sports bar if you can't figure out what fucking games to put on when, what gets sound, all that stuff, you know? You clearly don't live in a building. I do live in a building with no elevator, but we're in like a home. It's like a two, what do they call that? Like a split house, split apartment. I don't know. So there's, we're on the first floor. There's somebody on the top floor. But yeah, I hate that people can't figure that out, or just don't market yourself as a sports bar. If you can't figure out what games get stuff, like, come on, man. You almost literally got that job. Yeah, that sounds like a great job. That sounds like a great job. No, I feel you. My last apartment before we moved here, we lived in Midtown on the east side on 54th and 55th and 2nd. And it was it was on the 32nd floor. All right. 32nd floor. So that moving out that was the first time, or maybe the second time, I paid somebody else. I paid somebody to move us because I was like, I can't do this shit. And that was before we had our car here too. Man, MPJ against Detroit, huh? Does you know what? Let's revisit the MPJ. Let's take Russ here. We get a little game stack. Hope Dort doesn't play. We got SGA, JJ, Amon, Sabonis, Russ, and then hopefully Dyson or Derek White. Chet, I do like the Chet or Jimmy Butler. We'll take one of those three here with these last pick. We paid somebody to move us out of there. Yeah, you walk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was at a bar the other day. That's not a Jets bar, and I forget who the Jets were playing, but there were more Steelers fans. All right, so all three are available here. Let's take Jimmy with this one. We'll take Jimmy with this one. Every single TV had the Jets game on. Nobody was there to watch the Jets. And like I think what you do is you can have the Jets sound on, and they can be on like the main TVs. But you're telling me on a Sunday at 1:00, you have one game on every single TV. I mean, you could just look around the room and you see like, there's like 3 Steelers jackets over there. There's like, what are we doing? All right, Power Duster again. Thank you for paying the rent. Difference is helping someone move isn't the worst. Showing up and helping them pack when they have the elevator booked for 2 hours in the truck for 3. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, Zakarian, Zoe on a point, Zakarian Sport. Oh, honestly, yeah, I would love to do this. Like, I mean, just have somebody come in, and I can do it for the month. Honestly, I can just share a Google sheet that I'll update. Like, hey, Jaden Daniels got hurt last week, so even though the Washington-Dallas game looks like it's going to be a pretty important game, it's fucking Marcus Mariota, bro. So let's pivot. Oh. Somehow we went 48 minutes today. I don't know how we did that. I do not know how we did that. Yeah, that's why. But put in the time. Put in the time to figure it out. Yeah. Put a little laminated thing underneath. All right, I want to tell you one more little thing about my morning, and then we'll wrap here. You want to know how the day started today? It actually goes back to last night. Last night we did a little taco night here, a little pork taco night. And I cut up some jalapenos, and I washed my hands. I'm not a psycho. I washed my hands, cut up some jalapenos. Everything's fine. This morning, I woke up. First thing I did, I got some crusties in my eyes. Wiped my eyes. Worst pain I've felt in a long time. Just like my eyes were so red. I thought I was going to cancel the show. I didn't think I was going to go to the hospital, but it was a bad start to the day. That's where we are. That's where we were this morning. Jalapeno eyes. Who should be the next head coach of the Memphis Grizzlies? Dude, I don't know. Is it you? Are we blaming the coach? Is that where we are? We're blaming the coach? I don't really know. But shout out Molly Morrison. I thought her Substack piece about Ja was really good. If you haven't checked that out, I'm sure you're following Molly. Go check that out. That's pretty good. All right, let's call it there. Back at 5:00. 5:00, live before lock. Get your drafts in, get your lineups ready. We'll see you at 5 o'clock. And I'm excited because the local beer place had Heady Topper. Heady Topper was in the fridge when I went grocery shopping yesterday. Picked some up. That's going to be the beer for 5 o'clock. I'm already excited about that. We're already here. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you guys later. We're out.